Another week, another Horizon. What is up, guys? Welcome to a new video, and today we're here for the final Horizon stream, and today we're gonna go ahead and cover spring. If you didn't know and you've been on holiday for the past 4 weeks or living under a rock, you won't know that there's been weekly Horizon streams for the past 3 weeks. I'll link a playlist down in the description so you can go ahead and catch up if you haven't already. But essentially they've been doing like hour-long streams every week, going through each season in the game. Seasons are kind of the unique selling point of the game. It's the main thing they're driving home, it's the main feature, and seasons basically change the map 4 times. So you've got a version of the UK in the summer, a version of the UK in autumn, a version of the UK in winter, and a version of the UK in spring. And today we're going to go ahead and covering the spring version. As well as that, in the stream they announced stuff about the soundtrack, they announced stuff about the competitive component to the game. They've talked about a whole bunch of stuff. So that's what we're going to go ahead and chat about today. But first, let's go ahead and chat PvP, and more specifically competitive. That's how I like to race. Serious. So to hear that they are actually pushing, you know, competitive PvP, that was a really good thing for me. I replay a lot of competitive PvP in racing games, so to hear that, you know, right at the start was always a good thing. Now let's talk about the nitty-gritty, and some things I'm happy with, some things I'm not happy with what they revealed, because it was a very interesting type of reveal. You know, they mentioned a few things which I was a bit confused about to why it's not, you know, like... We'll talk about it. So first off, the competitive component in this game is team-based, which is really weird. That was the first thing that kind of like struck me in the wrong way. Was like, it's a bit weird how there's no modes in this game that are competitive, that are solo. I do hope this is something they look at in the future, because, you know, as cool as it would be to get a team together and race in a team, we all know how hard it is sometimes to get teams together in games. We all know how hard it can be sometimes to play on a consistent basis with a team. So if it would be possible in the future to get a solo competitive mode, that would be awesome. But how this works now, obviously before in Ventures, you'd be rated on XP, not on points, and now you're rated on points on where you finish in the leaderboard, and it's team v based. So, you know, there may be things like team versus team sprint races and cross-country races, and those are what you're going to be able to compete in. I don't think they announced anything on ranks and stuff, at least, like, I didn't notice they did, but I'm assuming stuff like that's just going to get announced close to launch. It looks pretty good. Again, I just hope there's a solo mode, because I know for sure it's going to be hard for me to play in team, especially being at university and stuff this year, and I think having a solo mode for a player like me would be absolutely awesome. But, you know, initially from what they've showed, really good. I don't think I was as blown away as I was from the other streams. I think the verticality and the driving up the mountains is a bit mad, but overall this was all kind of stuff which I kind of expected to see. You know, I'd say in winter and summer, those were the 2 kind of seasons which really were like, had me shocked. I wasn't necessarily shocked by this one, but it still gets me hyped nevertheless, and there was still a lot more things to go ahead and discuss in this video. Next up is soundtracks. So in this game we've got Block Party, Bass Arena, Horizon Excess, Horizon Pulse, Timeless, and one of my personal favorites alongside Bass Arena, Hospital Record. Now Hospital Records are an actual DMB like record label, and they've made, you know, they've been in contact with the Forza guys for a very long time now. I believe they had music in Motorsport 3 actually, and essentially in this game they've got a custom soundtrack that is going to be made just for Horizon 4. Fuck's sake, how did I get that wrong? You may have heard it in the E3 demo. I think it was by Fred V and Gravix, I think that's how you said it, or Fred 5 and Gravix. They made a custom soundtrack for the game, and that's obviously going to be there, you know, when the game launches, exclusive music which you've never heard anywhere else. I think it's a really nice touch they've done this. You know, it reminds me of the old Need for Speed games in like the underground days, where you'd have songs like Need for Speed, you know, by Capone on the soundtrack. It's really nice to see that exclusive music is still coming to racing games, because again, OST and soundtrack is so vital to the environment and to the feeling of the game. To see they've actually got exclusive music, really cool. And it's a game about music. It's Horizon, it's a music festival, so for the music festival, you know, not to have good music would make no sense, and Horizon always nails the soundtrack, so I have absolutely no worries about this soundtrack being anything less than amazing. Now, to end off this video, I'm going to go ahead and show kind of the last thing which they showed in the stream. For me, this was kind of like the most interesting stuff from the stream. They, they mentioned a few things here and there about stuff that happened in the stream, but this was what kind of my highlights from it. They also showed us Edinburgh. So this is the kind of city in the game. Obviously in the last game, everyone kind of went to Surfers Paradise for a city. In this game, it's going to be Edinburgh. It was so trippy watching this. I was kind of falling asleep as I was watching this because I was really tired. I just got back from work and stuff. And I was watching it, and it was one of the most trippy experiences I think I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Actual traffic lights being knocked down in the middle of Edinburgh as like a city in the UK. The closest thing I've got to that was Drive Club. Like, the sense of realism was a joke. Anyone, I think I can speak from anyone who is from the UK, that saying that Edinburgh, watching the gameplay of Edinburgh was just a very weird experience. Like, it's one of those things I can only imagine what it was like for those people that lived in Australia to see Australia be rebuilt in Horizon 3. With Horizon 4, it's just even fucking weirder. It's just really fucking weird. It's like the UK if it was good. Like, it's like taking literally all the shit parts of the UK and like throwing them away, and then we just got the good parts left. And it's like they've done a really good job of compiling all the places like from the UK. It's just mind blowing. It's weird. It's like trippy. Traffic signs and lights and shit. The game looks phenomenal, and I expect nothing less from studio like Playground Games. Overall, I just have nothing but like hype for this game. I can't wait for it to come out. We've only really got like what, a month and a bit now, a month and a half, maybe 2 months till it comes out. I'm excited. Hopefully I can get some hands on with the game very soon, because I am absolutely dying to play this game. But that's been it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome day. Safe and peace.